What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Kilted Cajun, and welcome back to my channel. And this may come as a surprise to, well, really no one, because I want to talk about She-Hulk again. Why? Because they don't want to shut up. So, in this latest article by IndieWire, we have how She-Hulk taught the online trolls a lesson. It's been fun to kind of go, yeah, we knew you were going to say mean things to us, and we put you in the story. Director Kat, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, tells IndieWire. I want you to think about this for just a moment. Think about it with me. Let's make a show to own the trolls. You got to figure this 9 episodes they were written, what, a year ago when it was announced? I don't know. These are not recent. And yet, over and over, they almost made the internet the bad guy in the show. The whole intelligentsia thing where people were talking really, out of universe character about about She-Hulk, why another woman and why this all the other stuff. And if you watch the show, I feel your pain because I watched it too. But to sit there and go, we own the trolls, we taught the trolls a lesson. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you want to teach the trolls a lesson, if you want to teach the critics a lesson, write something good. That's all you have to do. But let's see what the article says. When the show first came out, for the moment Jennifer Walters publicly transforms into She-Hulk, she has to deal with trolls. Yes, but they weren't, no. If you look at some of the dialogue that they used when they were browsing through the internet responses to She-Hulk, they're out of universe, out of context responses. People complaining about why does She-Hulk have to have these powers? She stole them from Bruce. First of all, I'm smacking again. First of all, no one said that. Everyone knows that She-Hulk is a derivative character. She always has been. She always will be. She's a derivative character of the Hulk. She's hand-me-downs. She's a clone. She's a female clone of Bruce Banner, the Hulk. And nobody cared. That's what they seem to forget. Nobody cared. She-Hulk was a popular comic book. The fans loved her fourth wall breaking. In Disney Plus show, not so much, because it was just dumb. It felt out of place. So Marvel's She-Hulk attorney at law leans into social media and toxic masculine. God, I hate that word. I hate that term. It has lost its meaning. So anyone criticizing She-Hulk, you're just a toxic. You suffer from toxic masculinity, you big man baby. Just because you criticize the writing and the jokes falling flat and the bad CGI, well, you just suffer from toxic masculinity, you crying baby man baby. Oh God, here we go. To the obsession with women's bodies and existence that seems to relentlessly haunt men online. This is just I'm beside myself in this sort of stupidity. Like, the idea... Okay, let's think about this. The idea that a man doesn't want to see a woman on screen. Think about that for a second. We spend our entire lives trying to get in bed with women. Why would we not want to see them on screen? Why would we not want... Anyway... Quote, when the show first came out, I was getting these really awful mean troll messages. Really? Show them. Where's your receipts? Show your receipts or shut up. Recalls series director in a post-finale Zoom interview with IndieWire. Just terrible things. Quote, you should die, and awful words. So that's it. And as the series has progressed, okay, now see, honestly... This is lame. You should die. Like, what? That's really not all that inventive, so I kind of believe that. But that's the thing. You're on the internet. I'm pretty sure in a month from now, if not sooner. I mean, hell, I've gotten these off of Facebook. This kind of crap. Someone tell me I should check myself out. For no other reason than I had an opinion on some news. It's just so stupid. You're on the internet. you're going to get messages like this. It's unavoidable. But the way they talk, it's like their inbox is just full to the brim with hundreds of thousands, and you can't even share one of them. I'd be having screenshots all over the place, names all over the place, and it's just ridiculous. We always knew we were going to come under attack because that's what happens to women in this world and this ethos. Show your receipts. I'm sorry. Show your receipts. So it's been fun to kind of go, yeah, we knew you were going to say mean things to us, and we put you in the story. So Disney spent millions of dollars to own the trolls. Okay. So let's see here. As negative as it can be, it is connection. What? It is people feeling passionately about something, and if we can take that and turn it positive and go, oh, this really is fun, then okay. Well, let's take a moment. I have a couple of other pages open up for you. Heavily female writers' room, She-Hulk, blah 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 blah. They own the trolls, everybody. You ready for the owning of the trolls? Oh, Rotten Tomatoes, the bastion of review websites. 35% audience score, but obviously that's just that's just review bombing, right? That could not possibly be anyone with any sort of opinion. That's just review bombing because because toxic little man babies don't want women on their screens. They don't want women in their superheroes TV shows, even though can't be further from the truth, because hey, just look at the She-Hulk comic book numbers from when it first came out. Sorry. So, well, that's just one example, right? Oh wait, what else we got? IMDb. What do we have here? 5.1 out of 10. Look at all those ones. Bam. 5.1 out of 10. Oh, that kind of hurts. What else we got? Metacritic, 3.3. Generally unfavorable reviews. Whose show is this? Ribbit and Rip It. What else? What do we have here? 10. Funny, clever, cool. Clever? Okay, I mean, what? 3 out of 10. Wait. Entertaining, well-paced, good dialogue, interesting take by Marvel. Only a few places that it. Why did you give it a 3? This doesn't make any sense. Entertaining, well-paced, no. No, it was not well-paced. It was not good dialogue. Like, how can you call that good dialogue? The courtroom scenes were atrocious. Short episodes. Wish they released longer and in batches. Oh, Lord have mercy. Problem is toxic creators. Yeah, people love She-Hulk, but in this version, it was all about hate men, hate men, hate men, hate men, hate men. Jennifer Walters did not go on any sort of journey. The closest possible thing that could have been seen as character growth came in an episode and a half. The only reason people liked episode 8 is because Daredevil's in it. You can't deny that. I thought it was well done with Daredevil. In the last episode, the only praise I could give it was they used the fourth wall break appropriately. They finally used She-Hulk's comic book fourth wall breaking appropriately. Actually coming out of her universe, entering the real world, and having a little discussion with the writers. The whole Kevin crap was just And I've seen a lot of people judge it, saying that, I said this before, I repeat myself, you have to excuse me, judging the 9th episode, like claiming her fourth wall breaking and interaction with Kevin, it just completely destroys the rest of the Marvel Universe. That's like saying She-Hulk comic book destroys the entire Marvel comic book line. It doesn't work that way. Those fourth wall breakings are contained in the She-Hulk comic book. They're contained in the episodic show, in the Disney Plus show. Saying that it breaks the entire universe is, I mean, don't go there. There's way easier, much easier reasons to criticize the show. The CGI was trash. The writing, the courtroom scenes, the continuous unrealistic portrayal of men. Like I've said it before, even in the first episode, if you're trying to like toxic misogynists, men do not say, I'm going to go talk to it when referring to a hot chick. They go, I'm going to go talk to her. They don't refer to women as it. That does not happen. Like, there's other ways you could have done it. And one of the other episodes, when the dude walks up to them working at the bar, you're working at a bar. Guy walks up to him and offers to buy these pretty sexy ladies a drink. She gives him a compliment. Sure, you may not like the comment calling you sexy because, well, you maybe, I don't know, that's the issue with your self-esteem. But the way they referred to him afterwards, he approached them, he spoke to them, complimented them, offered to buy them drinks. They politely, well, I don't think they were polite about shooing him away. And he left, said, if you change your mind, I'll be right over at the bar. And then they act like he politely leaves and they act like he's the most vile, creepy thing in the bar. That's the kind of stuff we're talking about. Unrealistic portrayals of men that just sit there and insult and dog on men as a whole. That's not funny. That's that's modern feminist comedy. And sorry, that's this. Work on your jokes. Figure out better ways to make sure. I mean, hell, if you want to insult men, get a man in there to write the jokes. If anything men know how to do is insult each other. It's what we do for fun. Some of my best friends insult me left and right. I try to go back at them. We go back and forth. Usually they win. I need to work on my insults better. But figure out a better way to insult men. So what does all this mean? I mean, what do we have back here? Oh, y'all did such a great job at teaching men a lesson that, season 2 gets disappointing update from Tatiana Maslany. So here's the title. Y'all need to, Screen Rant, hey, do something about this. Here's your title. Disappointing update from Tatiana Maslany. The first line, your byline, it says the same thing. You repeat yourself. And what happens? Let's see. Season 1 finale was released this week, but star Tatiana Maslany is unsure it will lead to a season 2, which is genuinely a shame because I really did enjoy reviewing it. Not so much writing it, but yeah, whatever. So, here's a quote from her. Let's see. In a recent interview with Extra, Maslany addressed She-Hulk attorney at law's chance at a second season renewal. Please, I really do hope, please get a season 2. Please give him a season 2. Just for fun. Just for fun. In a disappointing update, you're repeating the title again, the She-Hulk actress reveals that she hasn't heard any talk about another season. I wonder why that is. I guess she spent so much time owning the trolls that they were too busy to come up with something interesting and write a second season. And that based on Kevin's words in episode 9, she doesn't seem to be expecting any either. So you're going to base this off of what you wrote in the show. What the writers inserted in the show. That's what you're basing this on? It's not going to get a second season. Why not? Because the writers say so in the show. I'm going to give you a moment to take a moment and think about that. So here's a quote from her. Maslany's comments below. I mean, I don't think so yet. Kevin in the scene seems to be very dismissive of this idea because that's what the writers wrote him to say. So if we're basing this off the real Kevin, it doesn't seem likely. Huh? I thought what's her name was gonna quit over Kevin Feige not wanting the Kevin joke in there. Anyway. But he was also, I think, just trying to get rid of Jen because she was asking too many questions. I don't know. If I could be coy and I have some little secret, I would do that. But I really don't know. Wow. Where could she appear in the... She-Hulk's not going anywhere. If you think otherwise, write her a little bit better. Go back to the comic books and get your ideas from the comic book as far as... That would be a good assignment for Tatiana Maslany. If nothing else, I understand you have to work with what's written for you, but you can still go back to the comics, read what's in the comics to see how She-Hulk behaves. But I will be honest, if She-Hulk does not appear, at least in the Fantastic Four movie, if She-Hulk doesn't show up in future Marvel Disney MCU projects, I would be surprised. They could do such a great job. I'm not Real Villain Explained. Yeah, it's the this article right here. They talk about how the real villain is the MCU format, which is just dumb because the MCU format is what gave us billion-dollar movies. The action, the bells, the whistles, the explosions, all that stuff. People wanted to imagine wanting to see superheroes doing superhero shit. The show could have been so much better. It could have been infinitely better if it was just handled poorly by inexperienced writers who were only interested in, as they say it themselves, teaching the online trolls a lesson. So, how do you feel with all your critic scores, with your review scores, and your complete lack of confirmation of a season 2? How does it feel to have taught the online critics a lesson? Congratulations, you tanked your show because you had something to say instead of trying to entertain people. Let's see how that works out for you in the future. Have a good one.